Okay, now we are going to look at the topic difference method or telescoping series. Uh, uh, Here we do the problems by using the method of partial fractions. That is why the topic is given as the difference method of telescoping series. While solving the series, we are using this method of partial fractions. So let's have a look at it. Consider the series. Here we are considering not the infinite series. Here we are considering uh, a series having a finite number of terms. Okay, so consider the series sigma n is equal to 1 to n. Note that here not the summation is from n, it is not n equal to 1 to infinity, it is from n is equal to 1 to capital N. So some finite summation. Okay, sigma n equal to 1 to n un is equal to u1 plus u2 plus etc plus un. So only n number of terms is here. So if the terms of the series un, so in this method, if the terms of the series un can be expressed in the form un is equal to some f of n minus f of n minus 1 for some function f of n, then if this un can be expressed in the form f of n minus f of n minus 1, then Sn is equal to Sn means the sum of first n terms of a series. Here the series contains only n terms, so Sn is same as sigma n is equal to 1 to n un. So that is un plus u2 plus etc un. Since each un can be expressed as f of n minus f of n minus 1, u1 is f of 1 minus f of 1 minus 1, that is f of 1 minus f of 0, and u2 is f of 2 minus f of 1, u3 is f of 3 minus f of 2, etc. un is f of n minus f of n minus 1. So f of 1 and minus f of 1 get cancelled, f of 2 and minus f of 2 get cancelled, etc. f of n minus 1 and f of minus f of n minus 1 get cancelled, and the remaining terms are f of n minus f of 0. Okay, so Sn, so the sum of the series is f of n minus f of 0. Okay, this is the method of finding the sum of a telescoping example. You are given evaluate the sum sigma n is equal to 1 to capital N 1 by n into n plus 1. Okay, here un is expressed in the general form. You have seen that un is expressed as f of n minus f of n minus 1. Okay, we are expressing un by the method of partial fractions. So let's have a look at it. By partial fraction, you have studied for integration. We are taking this type of functions, and using the method of partial fractions we write like this and find a and b. Okay, so 1 by this term un, 1 by n into n plus 1 is written as a by this denominator first term n, so a by n plus b by the next term n plus 1, so a by n plus b by n plus 1, then multiply with the denominator n into n plus 1, so multiply this whole equation by n into n plus 1. N into n plus 1 is the denominator in the left hand side, so it becomes 1 is equal to a into n plus 1 plus b into n. To find a and b, put n is equal to 0. When we put n is equal to 0, here b vanish and we can find a. So it becomes, when n is equal to 0, this equation becomes 1 is equal to a into 0 plus 1, that is a into 1, so a is equal to 1. Then if we put n is equal to minus 1, then a becomes 0 and we can find b. So put n is equal to minus 1, then 1 is equal to minus b, so that b is equal to minus 1. So we got a and b. So this expression can be written as 1 by n into n plus 1 is equal to 1 by n minus 1 by b is minus 1, so minus 1 by n plus 1. So it can be written as minus 1. So first we have to express it as f of n minus f. So just write the maximum value of n, the greater term here. The greater term means the greater expression in n. So here n plus 1 is coming, so that term we should write first. So after that, the term which having n, then you can write the term having n. So minus 1 by n plus 1 plus 1 by n. Okay, where n, put f of n as this term having the greater expression in n, that is n plus 1 is greater than n. So put f of n as that expression. Don't take f of n as 1 by n. Here we have got 1 by n minus n by 1 by n plus 1. So don't take instantly that f of n is 1 by n. It will be wrong. Always look at the greater expression in n. Greater expression means here comes a term in n, and here is a term in n plus 1. So n plus 1 is bigger. Don't look at it is 1 by n plus 1. Just not the expression in n. Here n is coming, here n plus 1 is coming. So the expression having greater n, that is n plus 1, put it as f of n. So f of n is minus 1 by n plus 1, then f of n minus 1. In places of n, here this expression put n minus 1, then it is 1 by n plus 1, f of n minus 1, then minus 1 by n minus 1 plus 1, that is minus 1 by n. So this 1 by n into n plus 1 is minus 1 by n plus 1 plus 1 by n, so that is f of n minus of f of n minus 1. So here it becomes plus. Okay, so it can be written like this. Then Sn is, we have already said f of n minus f of 0. So Sn is sigma n is equal to 1 to n, 1 by n into n plus 1, that is f of n minus f of 0. That is by using this result. You don't have to do this again. By using this method, telescoping series method, the sum is f of n minus f of 0. So f of n minus f of 0. So f of capital N is here, f of small n is minus 1 by n plus 1. So f of capital N is minus 1 by capital N plus 1 minus f of 0. Put n is equal to 0 here. So minus 1 by 0 plus 1. And simplifying, we get n by n plus 1. Okay. Next, if un is of the form f of n minus, instead of f of n minus 1, suppose that it is of the form f of n minus m, where m is an integer, then Sn is given as sigma k equal to m. M is this value. Sigma k equal to 1 to m f of n minus k plus 1 minus sigma k equal to 1 to m f of 1 minus k. So look at an example. Evaluate the sum sigma n is equal to 1 to capital N, 1 by n into n plus 2. So by partial fractions, 1 by n into n plus 2 is a by n plus b by n plus 2, and multiplying this equation with n into n plus 2, that becomes 1 is equal to a into n plus 2 plus b into n. When n is equal to 0, we get a as 1 by 2. When putting n is equal to minus 2, we get b as minus 1 by 2. Okay, then 1 by n into n plus 2 can be written as 1 by 2n minus 1 by 2 into n plus 2. So the greater term here is 2 into n plus 2. So we rewrite it as minus 1 by 2 into n plus 2 plus 1 by 2n, and put f of 1 by 2 into n plus 2. Okay, then f of n minus 2 will be f of, you just find f of n minus 1. F of n minus 1 is not minus 1 by 2n. So next we find f of n minus 2, and we got f of n minus 2 as 1 by 2n, minus 1 by 2n. So here 1 by n into n plus 2 is f of n minus of f of n minus 2. So it is of the form f of n minus f of n minus m. So Sn is, so we can use this formula here. So Sn is sigma n is equal to 1 to n, 1 by n into n plus 2. So that is sigma k is equal to 1 to m. Here m is 2. So sigma k is equal to 1 to 2 f of n minus k plus 1 minus sigma k is equal to 1 to 2 f of 1 minus k. And by substituting k is equal to 1 and 2, we get f of n plus f of n minus 1 minus of. Put k is equal to 1 and 2 in this expression, we get f of 0 plus f of minus 1. And we know that f of minus 1 by 2 f of capital N is minus 1 by 2 into n plus 2. So here put f n minus 1, so that we get f of n minus 1. And find f of 0 and f of minus 1 from this expression of f of n. And substituting and simplifying and rearranging, we get this answer. Okay. Look at the next problem. Discuss the convergence of the infinite series of the series. Here you are given an infinite series, 1 by 1 into 2, 1 by 2 into plus 1 by 2 into 3 plus 1 by 3 into 4 plus etc. plus 1 by n into n plus 1 plus etc. Here the nth term un is 1 by n into n plus 1, and can be written as a by n plus b by n plus 1. And this one, okay, this problem, this is the first problem we have done. This is 1 by n into n plus 1. So the same way we are solving this. That is why I am not given by method of partial fraction solving is given in this example here, that same expression. So that why I am not giving that in detail. So we have got a is equal to minus 1, b is equal to a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 1, so that un is 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. Okay, so this is an infinite series. In order to find, okay, this is an infinite series. So in order to find the convergence of the series, we have to check whether the sequence of partial sums Sn is convergent or not. Okay, we have to find limit tendence to infinity Sn. So Sn is u1 plus u2 plus etc. un. Each term un can be written as 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. So this we can solve like this. So it can be written as 1 by 1 minus 1. So un is 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. So u1 is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 1 plus 1. So 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2. u2 is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. u3 is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4 plus etc. plus un is 1 by n minus 1 by n plus 1. So that is after cancelling the terms it becomes 1 by 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. So when it is of the form, okay, so it is 1 by 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. Next we are taking limit n tends to infinity Sn. So limit n tends to infinity 1 minus 1 by n plus 1. So limit n tends to infinity 1 is same as 1 minus limit n tends to infinity 1 by n plus 1 is as n tends to infinity 1 by n plus 1 tends to 0. So that is 0. So 1 minus 0, that is 1. So since the sequence of partial sums converges to 1, the series also converges to 1, so that the sum of the series is equal. The sum of this infinite series, not only up to 1 by n into n plus 1 plus etc. is also there. I forgot to written that. So sum of this infinite series will be equal to 1. So if we are given a series like this and to check the convergence, even though it is an infinite series, if the nth term can be factored using the partial fraction, can be split up using the method of partial fraction, then you can use this method of partial fraction, and un can be written as f of n minus f of n plus 1. Here you don't have to identify the function f of n because no use of that, it is an infinite series. So you just write Sn and go on like this. If you can write un in this form, then it will be easy to simplify Sn. Okay.